Okay, and we're ready to begin. This is Notes 2.4, Solving Right Triangles. So your objectives are going to solve a right triangle given an angle and a side or two sides. And the second part will I'll find the length when the angle of elevation is known. Objective 1 we'll do today first, and the second video will be the second objective. Okay, let's first talk about significant digits. Significant digits are digits obtained by actual measurements. To perform calculations with measured numbers, start by identifying the number with the fewest significant digits. Round your final answer to the same number of significant digits as this number. Remember that your answer is no more accurate than the least accurate number in your calculations. Think of it as a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Now, if you're not getting the significant digits, just look at how many decimal places are being used, if degrees and minutes are being used, and go from that point on. But to give you an idea, with angle measures to nearest, if you got degree is 62 degrees, 36 degrees, it's two significant digits. If they have 10 minutes or nearest tenth of a degree, then it's three significant digits. So you have 52 degrees, 30 minutes, or 60.4 degrees, then you're using 3. Minutes are nearest hundredth of a degree, so 81 degrees, 48 minutes, 71.25 degrees, 4 significant digits. And if they go into seconds, you're using 5. Again, if you're not sure how to do this, then just go, oh, we're using one decimal place, so all my answers will be one decimal place. That is just as good as going through with that. Okay, so we're going to be solving right triangles. We're going to be using SOHCAHTOA still. So to solve a right triangle means to find the measures of all the angles and all the sides of the triangle. We use A to represent the length of the side opposite angle A, B for the length of the side opposite B, and so on. In a right triangle, the letter C is reserved for the hypotenuse. So on this one here, if we were to label this would be angle C. Doesn't matter which one is A or B. I'll make sure to label them if they're not already labeled. And so this would be little b, hypotenuse is little c, and that leaves us one for little a. And I mentioned once before, look along any given line and you should have A, B, and C. Notice A, B, C on this line, A, B, C, and along the hypotenuse, angle A, angle B, side C. Always should have the 3. To maintain accuracy, always use given information as much as possible and avoid rounding off in intermediate steps. That means you're using whatever value that calculator gives you until you're ready to write the answer down. Okay, so the first problem, solve each right triangle when two sides are given, give angles in degrees and minutes. So we will be answering this in degrees, minutes. If we're looking at significant digits on this guy, it would be 3. Now, if you round it more, or not more, but give me more values, I'm not going to worry about that. You give me less values, then we have a problem. Okay, so I always will label these as A equals, B equals, C equals. And then little a, little b, little c. And this one you can also identify angle A is opposite side A, angle B is opposite side B, and so on. Okay, then I come over here, they gave me angle A is 31 degrees, 40 minutes. Angle B they did not give me, so I need to answer that one. And angle C is 90. Little a is 35.9 kilometers. Side B they did not give me, so I have to come up with it. And side C they did not give me, so I must come up with it as also. Now again, remember you have to use the given information as much as possible, and I will use the given information all the way through these. I will not go jump back and forth on them. Okay, so the first thing I need is side, well, I'm going to go for the easy, angle B. So this is going to be 90 degrees minus 31 degrees, 40 minutes. Okay, so don't forget that you need to change this to 89 degrees and borrow a minute, or I'm sorry, borrow a degree, which is 60 minutes, minus the 31 degrees, 40 minutes. So we get 20 minutes, 9 minus 1 is 8, 8 minus 3 is 5. So angle B is 58 degrees, 20 minutes. And now we can find side B and side C. I'm going to just go down in order. I'm not going to jump around. So let's go for B. If I'm using all of the given information, which is angle A and side A, then to get B, I need tangent. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So I can look at this going, okay, so tangent of A equals little a over B. So tangent of 31 degrees 40 minutes equals 35.9 over little b. You can cross multiply at this point. We're not going to skip steps, so I'll just go ahead and do that. So I get b times tangent of 31 degrees 40 minutes equals 35.9, and divide by tangent we get little b equals 35.9 over tangent of 31 degrees 40 minutes. Okay, we throw this baby into the calculator, and for little b, we are going to get 58.2 kilometers. Just double checking my answer. And now we're left with little c. For little c, again, we're using a. So now it's going to be a over c. We're going to have a over c. And a over c is sine. So sine of 31 degrees 40 minutes equals 35.9 over c. Cross multiply, we get c sine of 31 degrees 40 minutes equals 35.9, and divide by sine. I'm being lazy now. C equals 35.9 divided by sine of 31 degrees 40 minutes. And I do want to point out, notice the difference between the two. Everything is exactly the same except for the trig function. And for C, we get 68.4 kilometers. Now, you can always use Pythagorean's theorem to verify. 35.9 squared plus 58.2 squared should get you very, very close to 68.4 squared. We did round, so we won't get an exact value of 68.4. Something else to look for is that the smallest angle should have the opposite smallest side. Largest angle, so the hypotenuse should always be larger than the other two. Okay, so on this one here, we found this answer, and this answer. Okay, so next one. Angle A is unknown. Angle B is unknown. Angle C is 90. Little a is 4.80. little b is unknown, and little c is 15.3. So we need to find angle A, angle B, and side B. Okay, so back into this. So to find side B, we'll use Pythagorean's theorem. So 4.8 squared plus b squared equals 15.3 squared. So 4.8 squared is 23.04 plus b squared equals 234.09. Subtract 23.04. And we have b squared equals 211.05. Take the square root of both sides, and we get little b equaling 14.527. Now, I didn't identify significant digits, but we can claim this one to be 3 significant digits or 1 decimal place. So this is going to be 14.5. Okay, even just looking at these, we go, okay, A and B are smaller than C. This is good. We should also recognize that angle A will be a much smaller angle than angle B, because angle B is very close to, or side B is very close to side C, which means 90 and B are going to be very close. Okay, so we need to find these two angles. Sorry, these two angles. So it doesn't matter which one you do, but since my given information is A and C, I'm going to go for sine of A. So sine of A equals A over C. So sine of A equals 4.8 over 15.3. And I do the arc sine, so this is going to give me A equals the arc sine of 4.8 over 15.3. And we throw this thing into the calculator, and we get A equals 18 degrees 17 minutes. Now, I do want to point out that the directions do tell you to give your angles in degrees and minutes. It doesn't say anything about seconds, so we're going to assume that they're not worried about the seconds, that we're rounding into the nearest degree. So 18 degrees, 17 minutes. And then from here, we can use the fact that A and B are complementary to find B. So 90, I'm going to write this out, equals 89 degrees, 60 minutes. That way you guys can see this, that why I've taken it, minus 18 degrees, 17 minutes. And we do the math. So 10 minus 7 is 3, 5 minus 1 is 4, so we get 43 minutes. And 9 minus 1 is, 9 minus 8 is 1, 8 minus 1 is 7, so we get 71 degrees, 43 minutes. And it goes right back to what I was saying. Smallest angle, smallest side, largest angle, largest side. And that this angle should be much closer to 90 than it is to angle A, which it is. And there we have it. There's our answers that we were looking for. And notice that we did use the 3 significant digits except for on degrees here. Worst case scenarios, we move them all into rounding to 18 degrees, 20 minutes, and 71 degrees 40 minutes. But this is a more accurate value, so we're going to leave it. Okay, hopefully you guys are going, okay, this isn't so bad. We're just using SOHCAHTOA. That's all we're doing. Okay, next one, we got to come up with our own triangle, but we really don't need the triangle. We just have to identify what we know. A equals 61 degrees, 61.0 degrees. B, we don't know. And angle C, we know to be 90. Little a, we don't know. Little b, we have as 39.2 centimeters. And little c, we don't know. Okay, again, angle B is going to be that easy one because it's just the 90 minus 61, which is going to give us 29. And to follow suit, we can do 0.0 degrees. Now keep in mind we want to use given information when we can, so we are not going to use angle B. We're going to stick with angle A. And I'm going to look for side A first and then side C. So A over B would be tangent. For those of you guys going, wait, how do you know? It's the only one we don't need the hypotenuse, and C is the hypotenuse. So tangent of A equals little a over little b. So tangent of 61 equals little a over 39.2. So, and then we multiply both sides by 39.2 or cross multiply, however you want to look at it. So we get 39.2 tangent of 61 equals A. And throw that lovely into the calculator. And for side A, we get 70.71867. Now let's talk significant digits again. Really, they're giving us 3, so we're going to take one decimal place, so 70.1. And we're going, okay, this is good. 61 is larger than 29, little a is larger than little b. Okay, now we have little c to find, but I'm still going to stick with angle A, but I got to stick with the information they gave me, which is b. So cosine, because I'm not using my opposite, that means I'm using adjacent. Cosine of A is little b over little c. So cosine of 61 equals 39.2 over little c. Cross multiply, I didn't mention this before, you can just do over 1 and then cross multiply. So c times cosine of 61 equals 39.2. So little c equals 39.2 over cosine 61. We throw that into the calculator and we get a value of c for 80.856. Now we can round, and one decimal place, we're going to round this to 0.9. 80.9 centimeters. And it's larger than side A, so we know we're in good shape. Okay, I believe we have one more of these to go. So what I'm going to ask you to do is pause, try to work through the problem yourself, see where you're getting stuck so you know where to ask questions tomorrow, and then we'll move on. Okay, so welcome back. Angle A is an unknown. Angle B, 82 degrees, 51 minutes. And angle C, of course, is 90 degrees. Little a, didn't tell us. Little b, they didn't tell us. little c is 4.825 centimeters. And at this point, you can say that this is a very small triangle because your hypotenuse is only 4 centimeters, almost 5. Okay, always in before, find angle A very quickly. So 89 degrees, 60 minutes, that's equal to 90. Subtract 82 degrees, 51 minutes, and we get 9 minutes. 9 minus 2 is 7 degrees. So 7 degrees, 9 minutes. And we should be looking at the fact that A is going to be significantly smaller than this guy. I should also point out that this is a 4 significant digits, or 3 decimal places. Okay, so side A. Well, actually, I'm working with angle B, not angle A, so I'm going to grab angle B first. So I'll look for side B first. That would give me sine of B equals little b over little c. So sine of 82 degrees, 51 minutes equals little b over 4.825. Multiply both sides by 4.825. And we get 4.825 sine of 82 degrees, 51 minutes equals little b. Throw that baby into the calculator, and we get an answer of 4.7847. Four significant numbers is going to give us 3 decimal places, so 4.785 centimeters. Now, we could use Pythagorean's theorem, but we got to be really careful because these are rounded values, so we may not get the exact number, so I'm kind of stick with trig. So instead of sine now, I need A, and I'm going to use C, hypotenuse, so I'll go to cosine of B. So cosine of B equals little a over c. So cosine of 82 degrees, 51 minutes equals little a over 4.825. Again, multiply both sides by 4.825, and you get 4.825 cosine of 82 degrees, 51 minutes equals A. You throw that baby into the calculator, and you get a very, very small value of 0.60055. Now remember, we're doing 4 significant digits, so we are going to round it to that 4th one. So you get 0.6006 centimeters. Okay, and then we can double check that our answers look reasonable, and they do. Okay, I believe this is where we're stopping for today. It is. This is where we're going to stop for today. Good luck on the homework, and I'll answer questions tomorrow.